Good people, what's going on? Welcome to episode 77 of the Dome Podcast. Now, look, we're going back to the battle of 1996, man. And you guys know how I feel about 1996 hip hop. I feel like 1996 is one of the top 3 or 4 years in the history of the culture. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like it's right there close to the top. I've always said like 1988, I think was the one that year. I think like 96 might be right after that. 98 is up there. And there's a year or two in the 2000s that could be potentially top 5, man, as far as like the culture. You know what I'm saying? And, but 1996 was an amazing year. You guys know I've done several episodes on 1996 about the hip hop war, 1996, you know what I'm saying, with J. Rue, One Day, and, the Roots, what they do, and Stakes is High from De La Soul. Obviously, Tupac was bombing on everybody, literally bombed first against all odds. Hit them up. You know what I'm saying? It was just a big war in hip hop, man. Like East Coast was going to East Coast, West Coast was going to East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot going on, man. It was a great year. It was a fantastic summer. You know what I'm saying? And during that summer, my favorite MC of all times, Nas, comes out with It Was Written. And the funny thing is, a lot of revisionist history now. Now, don't get me wrong. It Was Written was almost 3 million souls, a big success, etc. But a lot of backpackers and a lot of people who are really stuck on the sound of Illmatic were not happy in 1996. Don't let these people on Twitter and IG and all these places now lie to you. A lot of their heads didn't like It Was Written when it first came out. They didn't like Street Dreams. They didn't like Street Dreams video with the pink suit on, like Robert De Niro, Casino, or whatever. They didn't like If I Ruled the World, which they didn't understand that If I Ruled the World was really a hip hop song, Houdini and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Curtis Blow, all that. So a lot of people didn't even get that, what Nas was doing with If I Ruled the World. But I'm one of the ones back then when I went and cop It Was Written. I called it a classic then. I called it 5 mics in 1996 when the Source was still popping, when the Source ratings still meant something, when the hip hop quotables meant something, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've written articles about It Was Written over the years. You know what I'm saying? I even had one I posted months ago, again from years ago, the disrespect of Nas and It Was Written. You know what I'm saying? I broke that down, etc. So yeah, I'm one of the original people who weren't mad at what the Trackmasters did, what Havoc did, you know what I'm saying, what LES did, etc. That same summer, and again, I'm happy with Nas. It Was Written. No complaints. I think during that month or two, I ended up getting so many different albums. I was broke. I was going to a record store called School Kids, you know what I'm saying, in Greensboro. I went to UNCG and A&T, and it was right across the street from UNCG. I stayed on UNCG campus, but I took a couple classes in the summers and stuff like that at AT, but I was a G student, and it was right across. Every time I got paid, I worked for the campus, for the university. I would go over there on Tuesdays and go broke. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was for hip-hop in the 90s, especially 96. So I was cool. Not a letdown. It didn't need to sound like Illmatic Part 2, nothing. I was totally good. Bomb Squad, not Bomb Squad, excuse me. So shout out to Bomb Squad, shout out Chuck D. Live Squad, Stretching them also did joints on there too. Now, there's another MC who was rumbling even down south on some mixtapes named Jay-Z. I heard Ain't No Nigga. I heard some of the I knew he was with Jazz way back in the day, Hawaiian Sophie, all this stuff. But I remember him rocking Can I Get Open, you know what I'm saying, and all that, then rocking with Ski, you know what I'm saying, original flavor. So when I heard them joints that leaked from Reasonable Doubt, I was like, he done elevated his style and his sound, man. Dude is a monster. So I go to School Kids and I get Reasonable Doubt. Okay. I put that joint in my Walkman, yo. Walk back to campus. Start with that Can't Knock the Hustle. And I was like, oh my God, that wasn't one of the songs I heard. I heard Dead Presidents and I heard Can I Live? And Ain't No Nigga. I heard those, and Ain't No Nigga was on another Professor soundtrack, whatever. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Fast forward, we know the history of Jay-Z, legendary career, the history of Reason Without, all of that. Conversation came recently again about It Was Written and Reasonable Doubt. And I remember talking about this way back in the day. I think I had this something similar I did on OK Player way back 20 years ago or whatever on OK Player, talking about these two albums. So you guys know what I do every night on the Dawn Podcast. I go track for track, how albums are sequenced, and let's see what you think. You know what I'm saying? And let's see how the total at the end. And then, you can kind of, in the comment section say, well, that song, I would have picked that song over this one or whatever. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Both of these are legendary albums to me. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about this more. But let's go. What I had to do, I used the cassette version of It Was Written because I had to add Silent Murder on there to have 14 songs, because the intro to It Was Written is them talking. You know what I'm saying? So the first track on here is the message. Silent Murder, it was on the cassette. It's an album cut. It just wasn't on the CD. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I used Reasonable Doubt, 14 songs a piece. That's the only way to realistically do it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, because you can't put the intro against Can't Knock the Hustle anyway. So it's talking. So this is perfect, 14 a piece. So let's start. Let's talk. Let's discuss, man. You know what I'm saying? This could be interesting. The Message versus Can't Knock the Hustle. Now, I went back and forth. I listened to all these joints again this morning. I'm working from home today. So before I logged in, I listened to some joints, man, just getting myself going, get my morning going, excuse me. And, man, fake thug, no love, you get the slug. See, before Augusto, your luck, Lord. Didn't know till I was drunk, though. You freak, just play it out. Get 8 out. You know what I'm saying? I got the gauge out. 96 meters away. Man, Nas killed it. But, man, when Can't Knock the Hustle, come on, that vibe, the smoothness, man, the rhyme, the flow. I got to give Jay the edge on Can't Knock the Hustle over the Message. Now, I know some people going to be like, man, you picked Can't Knock the Hustle over the Message. I did. But this is going to show you how special these projects are. Because this song, this first round could have went either way. I can easily say the Message. I know every word of both songs. You know what I'm saying? But just the vibe of Can't Knock the Hustle, man, I think I have to give that one the edge. All right. Track 2, Street Dreams versus Politics as Usual. Street Dreams dope, but Street Dreams is not even one of the joints that I listen to a whole lot on. It Was Written when I revisited. I skipped Street Dreams a lot. Street Dreams remix is much better. You know what I'm saying? But Street Dreams, the album version and the video was cool. I wasn't mad. Again, I wasn't mad at Nas. I didn't feel like Steve Stout made him sell out. I didn't feel like he was there was big and puff, something like that, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with Street Dreams. It's good. Politics as Usual is just dope a song to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, what y'all got to learn about me is I'm not biased with my takes, man. No matter who my favorite or this, that, or what era, what, this MC or album or region, I don't care. I go by what sounds good to my ears. You know what I'm saying? So Politics as Usual just sounds better if I'm rocking both of these in the car, you know what I'm saying, and I'm on a commute or something. I'll listen to Politics as Usual before I listen to Street Dreams. You know what I'm saying? And that's no knock on Street Dreams. So now I got a 2-0 Reasonable Doubt. Track 3, heavyweight boxing match. This is Ali and Frazier. This is I Gave You Power versus Brooklyn's Finest. And I Gave You Power, to me, is one of the greatest rap songs of all time to me. You know what I'm saying? I have it edging out Brooklyn's Finest. This is a tough one. Could go either way again, just like the other song, like Message versus Can't Knock the Hustle. Biggie was monstrous on it. Jay was monstrous on it. You know what I'm saying? They went back and forth. It's a classic. You know what I'm saying? It would have been reminiscent of what the Commission would have sounded like. When you think about this joint, I Love the Dough, Young G's, they were flawless together. You know what I'm saying? But I think that I Gave You Power is one of the greatest rap songs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. So I got it 2-1, Reasonable Doubt. Round 4. Watch Them Niggas versus Dead Presidents. This doesn't take a lot of time to even talk about. Dead Presidents is a top 10 Jay-Z song. You know what I'm saying? Dead Presidents is better than Watch Them Niggas. Watch Them Niggas is a dope song. You know what I'm saying? It fit the vibe, but It Was Written. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. It wasn't one of my go-to songs when I copped It Was Written, but I wasn't mad at it. It was a good album cut. You know what I'm saying? It was a good album cut. Not mad. Dead Presidents is a monumental rap song now looking back. It's a better song. All right, track 5, round 5. This is a tough one, man, for me. Taking in Blood versus Feeling It. Man, side note, that Camp Low version, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling it. It's monstrous, dog. It's dope. That their flow is nuts, and it sounds like Jay did kind of jack their flow for the song. I mean, he did get the song from Ski. You know what I'm saying? What else? Shout out to Ski Beats. You know what I'm saying? Taking in Blood is to me it's doper. You know what I'm saying? That joint is hard. Taking the Blood, one of the hardest songs on it was written. You know what I'm saying? That joint is hard. And I like Taking the Blood 2001 too. If you ever heard that, go here on YouTube and listen to Taking the Blood 2001 with Nas. But I got Taking the Blood over Feeling It. So now I have a 3-2 Reasonable Doubt. Again, these songs can go, some of these songs can go either way and nobody will be wrong, right? That's the dopest thing about this. You know what I'm saying? So now, round 6, the setup versus the Evils. The setup is a dope song, man. It is actually the song now from, it was written that I play the most, to be honest. And I think I posted something like that a few months ago. I probably play the setup the most now. But the Evils is a lyrical exercise, man. It's the wordplay, the double entendres, man, etc. The beat that Primo did. And shout out to Primo, because Primo did I Gave You Power on It Was Written. He does this joint right here, the Evils on Reasonable Doubt. So obviously 1996, Primo still is in his bag. I think during that same time, J. Rule right after the Math came out around that time too. So he was still heavily influenced on the East Coast boom bap sound. Group Home came out the year before that with Living Proof. 2 years before that, Hard to Earn came out. 2 years after that, Moment of Truth came out. So this is prime Primo, you know what I'm saying? And the Evils didn't disappoint, man. So we got 4-2 right now, Reasonable Doubt, going in around 7. Again, this is the tape version of It Was Written because it's 14 songs each. And I had to tape it in 96 and the CD. So anyway, Silent Murder versus 22 Twos. This is tough. Silent Murder is sort of like the conclusion, The Color Purple, niggas is lose. I mean, Nas flow on Silent Murder. It's like when you get the CD, like, why ain't Silent Murder on there? You know what I'm saying? But Silent Murder on the tape is a crazy song. It fits perfect on It Was Written. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's probably one of my top 15 favorite Nas songs. 22 Twos is floss, man. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Y'all want to hear the track on Quit Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay killed it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad if somebody picked 22 Twos. He killed it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 22 Twos felt like an interlude on Reasonable Doubt from like side A and side B. It felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a perfect intermission of an album, live, like in the club type vibe. I mean, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt. But I got Silent Murder over that. So now I got a 4-3. Round 8, Black Girl Lost versus Can I Live? I mean, Can I Live wins. You know, trying to keep my eyes open like CBS or something like that. Crazy. But I mean, Can I Live is if you see a lot of list of Jay-Z greatest songs, I think I just responded back to somebody listed Jay-Z's top 50 songs of all time. I think Can I Live was number 1 for whoever did that. But you can't really deny it being one of Jay-Z's top 5, top 10 songs. If someone thinks it's number 1, that's great, which means it's going to be better than Black Girl Lost. The funny thing is, Black Girl Lost get a lot of unnecessary hate. Black Girl Lost is dope. You know what I'm saying? Black Girl Lost it's a kind of a conscious song for the young chicks, man, and how we look at them and how someone look at themselves. It's a story in it. It's a lesson in it. You know what I'm saying? The beat is dope. Yeah, Black Girl Lost probably the most it might be one of the most underrated songs on It Was Written. And also a song in Nas' discography that people don't talk about enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope, man. Very slept on, man. But the Can I Live is the better song. All right, man. So round 9. And that's 1. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Like, round 9, Suspect versus Ain't No Nigga. Now, obviously, Ain't No Nigga is a bigger song, but Suspect is a better song to me. Suspect is one of my, after the setup, I probably listen to Suspect the second most on It Was Written now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Suspect niggas don't come outside. Man, Nas flow was dumb on there. You know what I'm saying? Nas flow was dumb on there. Yeah, man, it's just a better song. Same way I skipped Street Dreams It Was Written, I still ain't no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a big song. It was a club banger back then. We was throwing parties back then, et cetera, et cetera. So we was in the club. You know what I'm saying? In 96. It was a big song, big for Foxy, big for Jay. You know what I'm saying? And it took both of them to another level. But riding my whip, I'm listening to Suspect over Ain't No Nigga. And it ain't even close. You know what I'm saying? So now we got it at, what is it, 5-4? You know what I'm saying? Reasonable Doubt. Going to track 10. This is a tough one, but, you know, Shootouts versus Friend or Foe. Shootouts is one of those Nas in his bag stories, gangster tales. It fit the vibe. It was written. As you can see, I remember people used to say it was written, it was commercial. You hear the name of these songs I just named? I Gave You Power, Watch Them Niggas, Take It in Blood, The Setup, Solid Murder, Suspect, Shootouts. They talk about, man, it was written, it was not a commercial album. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. But anyway, Shootouts is it's classic Nas storytelling, man, at its finest. Friend or Foe might have won if it was 3 minutes long, but Friend or Foe is like 1 minute and 49 seconds. It's more like damn it, like a interlude almost, man. So it's just not long enough to even compete. You know what I'm saying? But Shootouts wins that. All right, round number 11. Nas Is Coming versus Coming of Age. The rise of the introduction kind of Memphis Bleak. Coming of Age is a dope story, man. The beat is dope. The story is dope. It would have been a dope video. You could darn to make a ghetto movie off Coming of Age. You know what I'm saying? It's just better than Nas Is Coming. You guys saw a video I did. I said, a lot of people not trying to like they love Nas Is Coming now, like they loved it back then. I'm sorry. Y'all didn't love Nas Is Coming back then. A lot of people hated it. That was a song a lot of people hated. It Was Written when it came out. They're like, man, It Was Written is dope, but Nas Is Coming is not good. It was cool to see Nas with Dre, and then after that, The Firm and all this stuff. I thought it was cool, but it wasn't on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of times I put It Was Written in back in the day, especially the CD, and I fast forwarded you know what I'm saying, that track, Nas Is Coming. He was spitting on it. He was rhyming his ass off on it. I just didn't really like the beat like that, and the hook was terrible to me. You know what I'm saying? But he was rhyming his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't rock with that song like that, man. So I mean, at the end of the day, Coming of Age is just a better song than Nas Is Coming. I mean, let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? So now we got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5. Okay, now we have track 12, 6 to 5 right now. Reasonable Doubt. Affirmative Action versus Cashmere Thoughts. Affirmative Action is a classic. It was the introduction to the firm, really. I mean, it was really letting you know what was coming ahead in the near future. Excuse me. Beat bang. Everybody rhymed on that crazy. What can I say? Then the Affirmative Action remix is when Nas threw his little shots back at Big. So, because, Big and Nas had their little thing going on by 96. And that, which led into Kicking the Door on Life of the Delta 97, which he probably recorded late 96. Look, Cashmere Thoughts, man. Jay was talking that talk. He was talking that pimp talk. Hell, Too Short could have been on this song, to been just fine. But Cashmere Thoughts, man, was wicked to me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a sleeper. But Affirmative Action is better. You know what I'm saying? So there we go with that 6-6. You know what I'm saying? All right, 13, Live Nigga Rap versus Bring It On. 2 street bangers. Man, you talking about P and half, hard beats, hard rhymes, dope way to finish off a nice run of hard songs. Excuse me, on It Was Written. And what can you say, man? It was just dope. P dope, half dope, the beat, everything. Bring It On, though, was another level, man. It was another level lyrically over Live Nigga Rap. Even though you had cats on both songs spitting hard, the rhyming that Sauce Money did on Bring It On. I mean, Jay versus dope on Bring It On, and Jazzo flow was stupid. But, man, Sauce Money, to me, might have been a standout on Bring It On, bro. That shit stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to Bring It On. So now we get down to track 14, man. If I Rule the World versus Regrets. Regrets is a great Jay-Z album song. It was a great way to end Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt, it does sound like one of those albums that you you waited your whole life to do. Because he was like 24, 25 when he released Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? So that was his first full album. But he wasn't a young rapper. You know what I'm saying? And it was real introspective throughout, more than people think, excuse me. And Reasonable Doubt ending with Regrets was great. It's a very good song, man. The replay value is really good now, looking back. But if I Rule the World, man, with the Houdini and Curtis Blow samples and stuff like that, man, Nas rhymes on the If I Rule the World was crazy. Crazy. I give it If I Rule the World. When I add everything up, 7 tracks apiece, man. If I'm not mistaken, man, I wish I could go back to the old board on OK Player and take a look at what I was talking about. I think I had it like that back then. That meant 20-something years ago. And this is not on purpose. This is how I really look at these songs. Both of them, I had 7 apiece. It was written in Reasonable Doubt. Now, you're going to have some fans going to say, man, it was written, it's better than Reasonable Doubt. You can have a lot of other fans saying, dude, come on, seriously, Reasonable Doubt is Jay-Z's best album. So you telling me it was written as better than every Jay-Z album. Some fans might say, yes, it was written better than every Jay-Z album. Some Jay-Z fans will laugh at that, but dude, seriously, Reasonable Doubt is better than it was written, the Blueprint better than it was written, and the Black Album better than it to some Jay-Z fans. That's the big thing. We have these type of hip-hop legends right here. Jay and Nas, they at the hip forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very interesting to see how you take these songs and match them up, you know what I'm saying, and your overall perspective on it was written versus Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a wonderful matchup. Just looking at some highlights again. All right, these are the songs that it was written on. I Gave You Power, Take It in Blood, Silent Murder, Suspect, Shootouts, Affirmative Action, If I Rule the World. The songs Reasonable Doubt on the one, Can't Knock the Hustle, Politics as Usual, Dead Presidents, The Evils, Can I Live, Coming of Age, Bring It On. And again, it's so dope of a matchup that looking back at here, somebody will pick the Message over Can't Knock the Hustle. Somebody could pick BK's Finest over I Gave You Power. Somebody could put Feeling over Take It in Blood. Somebody might pick the Setup over the Evils. I don't know how you do that, but somebody might. Somebody might pick 22 Twos over Silent Murder. Can I Live is going to beat Black Girl also in the list. Somebody might take Ain't No Nigga over Suspect. I wouldn't. I didn't, but some would. Some people might take Friend of Four over Shootouts. I took Shootouts. Nobody taking Nas coming over Coming of Age. I just don't think that. I don't care if Nas your favorite MC like he's mine. Let's be for real, man. Some people might take Live Nigga Rap over Bring It On. I can't do that, you know what I'm saying? But some people might do that, you know what I'm saying? Some people might take Regrets over If I Rule the World, you know? So I had 7 apiece, man. 1996 was amazing, man. I didn't feel like doing a whole bunch of tweaks today, man. So I thought I'd go ahead and do episode 77 and just talk about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, man. One love, man. Peace.